Okay, we're back for a short concluding segment with Marianne. We have about 3 minutes, Marianne.
Oh, wow.
My book is all about, my book, Cruel Hoax, Feminism and the New World Order, is all about how they're trying to turn us into homosexuals. But that's all written from the point of view of looking at their propaganda and looking at the effect of the propaganda on marriage and the family and the birth rate and so on. Was this policy ever enunciated to you?
Yes, primarily they are doing anything that they perceive as rebellious against the Christian God, that is heavily taught against, and therefore that's a means of blackmailing people if they don't follow the program that's been set for them. And there are other things I think probably your book covers very adequately, so perhaps we should move on to something else.
Let's move on to the issue that made you come forward.
Yes.
And that is your fear of martial law. And in a previous discussion, you were saying that we should prepare.
Yes, absolutely. I think, first of all, we need to prepare and look at what's really critical, our values. You know, a lot of people that came out of the Holocaust had some pretty insightful perceptions. I don't know if you're familiar with Martin Niemöller, but he talks about how the Germans kept coming for different types of people. He didn't stand up because he didn't belong to the communists. He wasn't a Jew. He wasn't a unionist. And then basically he said they came for me, and he was a Protestant, but there was nobody left to stand up for him. So, you know, we have, as a group, we need to realize that we owe ourselves, our community, a cohesiveness, that only we as a unit, as a group of people, can decide to stand up to this. You know, if they declared martial law, I think one of the great things that we could do as individuals is basically block the roads with our cars. Just get in our cars, and whenever that martial law, the curfew takes place, you know, just block the roads. They can't arrest everybody. They back down, and there have been times in the past that they were planning to roll out something, and they backed down because they saw that people weren't going to swallow it. It's just like the chips that they're planning in the elderly and in our animals. They want to do this to everyone. And if we stand up and say, no, this is not acceptable, then we have a chance of postponing their plans. But I think also, as individuals, I think we need to try and get out of debt, and I think we need to take that very seriously. I think we definitely need to have gold and silver on hand. I think that it's important that we, maybe stock up on the important things, such as what
about guns and ammunition, Marianne?
I think that would be something a wise person would do. I think
Marianne,
that this is...
Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, this is the time. We are in a critical phase of our lives, and I think we have to take that very seriously. And I think that they might do things with the air. They're already doing a lot of things with the air. They might pollute our water. They might do something else that will cause a lot of fear and people to isolate and just react. And I think we need to keep our presence of mind and think about how it benefits their agenda and not succumb to what they tell us to do.